No sound. What about now? Do we have sound now? I'm going to give up. I'm going to jump off a cliff. Still nothing. Oh, sound. Okay. Congratulations to me. Can you hear me once or twice? Because therein lies the question. It was a struggle. That was the question. That's where I started today. Was, can you hear me? Do you hear me once? Do you hear me twice? Because I have two cameras running. I had to like backdoor StreamYard my way in. It's a thing. Okay. No echo. You can't hear an echo. They're both set on the same microphone. So one would hope. Listen, I will say that took us 3 minutes to fix. The last time I did a live show for a planner video, it took me 20 minutes to fix the issues we were having. So 3 minutes is great. 3 minutes is fantastic. We love a 3-minute fix. Anyway, we have friends. We have a JC. We have a Jess. My friend Katie made the countdown with my my branding stuff because she likes to procrastinate writing. And so when I ask her to do things, she does because she doesn't have to write if she's doing things. Hello, Emily. Hello, Smalls. Thank you for being the first one to yell at me for not having any sound. Hello, Tennille. New view. Yeah. It's because I'm streaming from my DSLR for my face so that I can use my webcam that we normally use for the planner. It's a thing. Hello, Heather. Hello, Beth. Hello, all the people. I can be heard. And we love that I can be heard. Hello, Julie. Let's see. Anybody else that was like, hello, you are a hot mess. Hello, Grapple Fry. Welcome. We do love productive procrastination, but it wasn't productive for her, but it was productive for me. And honestly, what else would I care about besides me being productive? Me having productivity? Me getting the fruits of the productivity labor? Let's go with that. I don't know if she's a professional, girl. We didn't have any sound when we got here, so maybe not so much. Speaking of not being a professional, I'm just going to have a short spiel before we hop into this planner in front of me. This week, I will be live streaming Productivity Sprints on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my normal Friday time. Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing a coffee chat or a here's what you missed on Glee version of if you could see this pile of books next to me and all of the things, like I have so many videos that I'm supposed to have filmed and edited in the last like 6 weeks. We're probably talking like 8 videos. And every time I think about filming them, I go into paralysis because I'm like, once you film them, you have to edit them. And I just keep getting further and further and further behind, and I'm freaking out about it. So today I decided that we're going to have like a coffee chat on Sunday. And we're just going to go through everything that I'm behind on. Wrapping up last year's Bingo Board from Hell, starting this year's Bingo Board from Hell, my favorite books of last year, my stats from last year, my December wrap up. There's like 6 or 7 books that I had that I was doing for like secret Vogue projects that never got finished. So I have like some clips from those, which are edited. And I might just play those instead of talking about the book specifically. A flip through of last year's planner, like everything that I have not done in the last 6 weeks, we're just going to hang out and just talk about all of it. And then I'm going to do one of these and be done with it and start fresh. So I no longer have to panic. Yay! That's the plan anyway. I will probably still panic. It took 3 minutes this time instead of 20. I didn't even have to put a timer on. I want you to know that I 120% pulled up a timer and was prepared to have to put a timer up, or for, a human or an animal interruption. Yeah. I'm so used to looking here at this camera and it's not there. The camera's up there. So I look like I'm staring down, but I promise you I'm just looking where I normally look. It's a problem. Anyway, it's all good. There are no rules. They're just guidelines. Yeah, clearing the pile, moving forward. I made a cute, here's what you missed in the Hex library. Thingy-mabobberker. Thumbnail. That's what those are called. Hello. Anywho, add this in. 100%. Raja is on the bed asleep. I don't know where Merlin's at. They have a fresh litter box, so they like to just go in there and hang out in it when it's freshly cleaned. So there's the double sound. Aye, fart knockers. Well, do. Oh, because this. What about now? Did I kill it? Did I not kill it? Yeah, I muted myself. On myself. Better. Okay. I forgot to mute myself. And sometimes I'm not smart. Oh, anyway. I'm living the dream over here, y'all. Look at just immediately. Yeah, dummy. There's not echo double sound because there's no second microphone on yet. You big loser face. Anywho, this is my planner. Isn't she gorgeous? I backwards, upwards, forwards. You would think this would make sense because it's in the right direction. Anywho, planner. Yeah, this is the right one, right? Yeah, okay. How could this be my reading planner? My reading planner is square. Listen, I'm having a time. So yesterday, what I did was I decided on a theme for February, and we're going with mermaids, which is not very February, but it is very like Valentine's-y colors. So that's what we're doing. We're doing mermaids. So I have all of those picked out. These stickers are by our friend Kay at Planning with Kay. I purchased the digital versions and print them out myself and cut them with my sticker cutter machine that I loathe. Sometimes, man. Sometimes. Yes. Nope. Yes, this one is an A5. She an A5 girl. Some sort of fish sign for those who do astrology. Therefore, mermaids. Rationalization complete. I just went with, February, Pisces, mermaids. Makes sense. Hello, Sasha. I also cut out all of my little stickers that I need, so you don't have to sit here for 300 hours while I cut out my little stickers. You will have to sit here for 300 hours while I peel the back off of them. But, that's neither here nor there. And I also penciled everything in. So, we're working on it. I can show you last month, I have followed in the footsteps of those who come before us, aka Jess, and have been doing cyclic planning, which means it's 4 weeks at a time instead of monthly. It's a thing. I will, when we're done with this live stream, I will link a whole bunch of things down below, including Jess's video about this, how to do it if you want to do it. Had I been prepared for this week to be. I swear I thought there was another weekend in January. Like, I don't know if I thought we were in the second week of January or what, but I was not prepared for anything. But I have been enjoying this style. So, anywho, I also have a metal ruler. Don't yell at me for my metal ruler. I know that a clear, for one, plastic ruler is much better to use. But you know what happens to a clear plastic ruler on this desk? It goes missing. When I tell you that I literally spent 25 minutes looking for a ruler one day that was sitting right there. Yeah, fun time. Yes, cyclic plating. We are loving it. And by we, I mean me. Hello, cool gamer. Welcome in. January has been a time warp and a half. I still have only read 2 books. I don't know what's wrong with me. The stickers are from Planning with Kay. She sells stickers. You can buy them from her and she will ship them to you, or I buy them digital and I print them on my printer and then cut them with my Silhouette machine. I don't have a Cricut. I have a Silhouette because I was told that is what more people use. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I was told. So that's what I do. Anywho. So if you guys have all your planning supplies out and you want to do some planning, we're going to do that. You can probably see my pencil lines. I did pencil in some things, some guidelines, things that pirates use. And then we'll just kind of wing it from there. Just hang out and have a good time. She says, knowing that she's not going to hang out and have a good time. She's going to look and see how thick those lines are, though, and try to figure out which pen she used last time. Was not this one. Let's go with that. Was it one of these ones? Could have been. The world may never know. Anywho, if you're just here and you're just watching and hanging out, tell me about your life story while we're here. Something. Keep me entertained. Keep the silence from being silent. Definitely wasn't that pen we used last time because that is dry. Next. This one's too small. This one isn't it either. Is it dry though? It is. I've only had those pens for like 3 years. I don't know why they would be all dry and gross. Living a dream in a dream world. See, what happens is when you guys don't tell me what you're doing with your life, I just start singing weird songs. So you do have power. There we go. Cyclic setups playlist. Convince you to get your planner to set up. I mean, you've only got 4 days. Might as well get going, Julie. It is time. That's the thing, is like this the next cycle starts today and I don't have the planner done yet. And that's why I was like, I'll just do a live stream and we can do it together. Because I am clearly behind. My lines are not great, by the way. Even with a ruler, they're not straight, clearly. I feel like I should have used this one. But, if I could turn back time. I had a really busy weekend. Since we're just here hanging out, making things. One of my nephews turned 4 this weekend. So I had a 4-year-old's birthday party to attend. And I was not allowed to leave when everybody else left. I was told I had to stay longer and hang out and be friends and play with his toys that he got. I bought him a electronic drum set that's just like a mat because he's 4 and he doesn't know if he likes drums or not. And because it's electric, you can put speakers or headphones on. So mom and dad don't have to listen to it, which was a big hit. And he likes to turn it up super loud and make himself go deaf, which is probably not a good decision, but you know what? He's not my kid. So he's somebody else's problem. And yeah, I wasn't allowed to leave because we were having fun. And then yesterday, I took the 17-year-old prom dress shopping. It was a grand time. Highly recommend for absolutely no one. We spent a whole bunch of money. And then we went to dinner. It's Tuesday for me, and I only managed to get things populated for the cycle this morning. I feel like I'm on the back foot. I mean, when there have definitely been months where we've been like a week into the month, and I'm like, I'm gonna need to plan out, like the week that I missed was just like a page in the notebook where I was just like writing things down, and so that I didn't like forget anything that I was supposed to be doing. I just like random wrote things down and then was like, okay, now I can make the thing pretty because I have time to sit down, and so I had to like start over. I only have one nephew and they live an hour away. I have 343 nieces and nephews. That is an exaggeration, but 50 is not an exaggeration. 50 is probably accurate. And one of us does fosters as well. So we have like a never-ending roundabout of foster kids as well. So you just like never know. When she calls to say she's coming over, she just tells me how many kids she's bringing. And sometimes when she calls, she just says, I'm bringing you this kid and they're staying at your house. It's one specific kid. I just don't want to say his name because he's a 10-year-old. But yeah, she's like, I'm bringing you this kid and he's staying at your house until I come to pick him up. He was here their entire Christmas break. Because she was like, I can't handle him right now. Because you know, when you've got 10 other kids, that one kid is a pain in the rear end. Video of explaining how the system. Such a pretty dress, though. I posted it in the... I think I posted it in the cafe, maybe? Yeah, it's in the cafe. You have access to that. It's in your own library. If you're on the back foot, you're still standing. This is true. She picked a very fancy black dress that has gold and teal and pink and purple sequins. It is not appropriate for a 17-year-old. It flashes too much leg and too much chesticle area. But that is all they sell. So it's what you get. That's not true. They do also sell ones that like don't have the slit up the side of the skirt, but they're so tight. Like when she was trying them on, she's just like, I'm not even going to be able to dance in this. I'm going to have to like just stand still and lean back, do this. Because it was so tight, there was like no dancing to be had. How much dancing is she going to do in it? I don't know. She's 17. Who knows? Not me. I was never 17 once. When did I do this last month? Because I liked last month. Okay, every other color and then the lightest color. Okie dokie. I have picked out 3 colors that I assume will go with these stickers. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll probably be wrong again. Are these the same colors I used this month? No. Pink, purple, a purpley blue. Oh no, this blue is really bright. Dark. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. I know how I can tell. Note self. Use brain. Okay, so the 137 is the lightest. That's the light one. These are the 2 darker ones. Not that the 138 is very dark at all, but it's darker than 137. Okie dokie. Nugget, go lay down and be good, please. Go lay down. Please and thank you. No? Being stared at by a dog. Thank you, Bubby. Do 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 do. I am not a perfectionist by any means. You could probably get these straighter, but I'm just out here living in the land of risky. So sometimes I do get really far off, and I do one of those though. Like right now. It's fine. It'll all be okay. Until it's not. And then what will we do? The world may never know. You like that squeaky sound? Squeak. This is why I don't do these all the time, because I'm like, what am I supposed to talk about while we're here? Doggy thinks you're talking and wants to be sure he's here. No doubt. You guys have met Nugget. He is a mess. He's always so happy and hyper and wants to be in the center of all of the attention, which, I mean, clearly he should be. He's the bestest boy, but he's also 110 pounds of crazy. And I don't need that right now. Oops, I was short on that one. Fire me, I was short. Going to have to fire myself. Maybe later. Look, you guys get to watch me draw lines. Isn't this so fun and entertaining and interesting? Let me know in the commentos if you have a planner or if you're just here staring at me. Do you do a planner? Do you have like a pre-made planner, or do you just use a calendar and write your stuff in the calendar? Do you do digital? Do you bullet journal? Like a fancy, this is a fancy light bullet journal. It's not fancy. There's some fancy ones out there. This is fancy light because it's not true bullet journaling. But it's definitely not me in here drawing masterpieces. I'm not even drawing straight lines. Which, again, does not bother me. But if you're a perfectionist, then it's going to bother you. Good luck to you. See, I'm even smudging my lines because they're not dry all the way yet. Yeah. I won't tell anybody if you don't. If it wasn't making that noise, it would be even better. Okay, and now we get to play with stickers. Woo, stickers. Okay, so I know first things first, second things second. Bought an undated planner to use for the year and a bullet journal, so I'm trying to figure out what to use my bullet journal for, what kind of spreads to do. Well, as you know, you could do a writing bullet journal because you do the writing. You could do that. You could do a reading journal. You could do a tarot journal. I have a... Ooh, I think this is my tarot journal. Where I just like write out everything that I... Like what I pull for my spreads. Which is why this one is a lined one instead of a dotted. Because it's easier to do with lines than dots. I recently got this one. That is a manifestation journal. And it comes with, I don't know, like I think 12 or 16 of these pre-made ones. But then the back half is all just dot grid. If you want, I can send you a picture of what these look like so you would know what to write in it. I mean, you know, I've got everything under the sun in here. You could have a media one where you write like, you know, the books you're reading plus, I don't know, keep track of TV series and movies. I would tell you could have a gardening one, but I don't think you garden. But I mean, if you do, you can have a gardening one. Look at that. You can draw out your little garden and take notes of all the stuff you planted. You see? All these things. All kinds of things. I don't think I have any other ones that are like oddball-y. Like everything else is just like regular planners. So I don't know what to tell you, kid. That's all I got. All of the above except things are not fancy. I mean, girl, see how cool this looks? I just put a sticker on it. Like, ta-da! Just watching you be creative. I have a day planner and a journal. I mean, that's what we're here for, just to hang and have fun. I have my little bujo in my Remarkable, which is nice for getting straight lines. It does it automatically. Love that. And having long things on one page. Yes, also that. Use a bullet journal, drawing my February calendar out now. That's why we're here. Not organized enough to journal. I just try to remember what read-alongs I pulled books for. And the deadlines. Yeah, I write, oh my gosh, my reading journal is under a stack of books right now. And 2 of them are my Throne of Glass tandem read. That didn't weigh 50 pounds. I think I just broke a finger. I try to, in my reading journal, like keep track of like yearly challenges and stuff, but also let me find the actual month that we're in here. Like I just have like everything that I need to keep like all of my group and challenge and buddy reads and everything in there too. So of course I don't have this month's done yet because I don't have anything done yet. But I feel you. The pre-made plum paper disc bound planner, and I add my own sheets into it also since I have a disc punch. Yeah. I used to do Happy Planner. You can probably see, nope, that's just stickers, but there's like a whole shelf of them over here. Normally when I'm in like my widescreen different setup, you can see discs galore. I probably have like 40 Happy Planners and half of them are probably empty. To be fair though, a lot of them came from my sister's house when we were cleaning her house out. But I wasn't even really doing Happy Planner then. I was doing bullet journaling then. But I was like, well, if I ever go back to it, like I might want these discs or these covers or whatever, you know? So you keep it. I don't do the writing or the reading. Listen, I have a tarot journal that says you are what you manifest. I mean, fair. I have a Hope and Chi weekly that I use for everyday planning and a reading journal, which I get to be fun with. Yes, the fun part is the fun part. It is pretty. It is, I lost it already. Where'd it go? It's notebook therapy. And it has like a little cutout to see the moon in the side. And it's actually what my box is from that I am keeping all of today's stickers in. Because I was like, I need something to put all of these in. And I hadn't gotten rid of this box because it's too pretty to get rid of. And I was like, well, I know what I'm doing with that now. So yeah, she's traveler's size and she's gorgeous. I never thought I would buy something this size, but that makes sense, you know, for what it's for. So I went with it. No one else in my family ever used a planner, so I thought I was a freak. Wrong, just had to find my real family. You know, you got a point there. Sometimes you just got to find the right people. Find your people. I am looking for a sticker, but I think that if we do those, yeah, I should be able to get them. Yeah, it'll be fine. Right? Sure. Like how decisive I am. Indecisive. Also, my stickers are never straight, so just be prepared for all of the wonkiness of the world to be upon you. Well, hello. Just cut her hair however you want, Jessica. Just give her a nice trim. I wish I could keep a garden alive. I can't keep a single plant alive. Listen, I did okay last year for part of the year, but then I got shingles and it just became, well, first there was the disaster of the puppies who decided that they were going to eat all of my pepper plants. And then when I got shingles, I wasn't able to go out and do anything with them. They were barely getting watered. And so the tomato plants really took a crap, but I survived. Shingles didn't kill me. It didn't take me out. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. It is the worst illness that I've ever had. I get gallstones, and I would rather have gallstones again than have shingles. Like, the pain difference is astronomical. 10 out of 10. Do not recommend. I'm doing a reading journal for the first time. I love that. Lots of washi tape. I was heavily inspired by spreads from various people. Yeah. I also find things from different people. There are a few people that I watch. Jess is definitely one. And then there are a few other, I watch Kay, but Kay's planning style doesn't usually vibe with mine. Her stickers are gorgeous and I love them and I will continue buying them as long as she's making them. But our planning styles don't necessarily vibe together. But there are other people that I watch, and there are some people that I follow on Instagram. But for the most part, I will oftentimes find myself going back through old planners, like even happy planners, and being like, what did I like in this? And what did I, because I have to figure out what I'm going to do, and I'm not smart enough to come up with it on my own. So, you know what? I'll write the days and stuff in later. You don't have to see me write in all the days. Basically, what's going to happen is it's going to be the 27th through the 31st, and then February will start. Am I going to title this February, even though it's technically part of January? Yes. And we are all going to live with it. If I can find my February sticker in here. There it is. Listen, if you are a person who uses stickers and planners, get you some of these little tweezers, because these things are... I used to think that people who used tweezers in their planners were crazy. And now I will never go back. You can't make me. You have to pry these tweezers from my cold, dead hands. Because I couldn't do anything without them. I would fall apart. I need them to survive. Like, they're fantastic. Because I can just, look at that. Look. Ta-da. I don't have to fight with anything. It just comes right off. She says it's not coming right off because I'm sticking it at the wrong spot. But they just they come off so easy. You can just put them wherever you want them. You can actually see what you're doing instead of with your big fat fingers blocking the way. It's great. Highly recommend. I need another readathon like the Marvel one that will just tell me what to read throughout the year. I mean... It's too late in the year for me to create a year-long readathon, but if you would like me to do that for you next year, I will. I will create a whole year-long readathon just for you. I mean, I guess I could create one for you now. You need me to create a readathon just for you, tell you what to read. Ugh. The journal Ooh Shiny is even more dangerous than the book Ooh Shiny for me. Hello? Did you not just see that one I just showed you? Wait, and not only that. When I bought that one, where's the other one that I bought when I was shopping on Notebook Therapy? So when I bought this one, the manifestation one, because I was already there, they also had this one. And I mean, come on. I have nothing, legitimately nothing to use this for. And I've got 3 other A5s over there. One of them has my favorite cover of all. It's the one from last year's Halloween box from Archer and Olive. This is gorgeous. What am I going to do with this? No clue, because I am not using A5s for my reading journals anymore because I'm loving my square reading journal. You can pry that from my cold dead hands too. No, I lied. I have 4 other A5s. I have 4 other A5s. That's 5 A5s with nothing in them. I don't need to buy a planner for 5 years. And if you think I'm not going to buy another planner for 5 years, you would be wrong. A black thumb for plants. I can kill anything. I used to be that way, especially with houseplants. And then a few years ago, I started trying gardening, and I'm actually not doing that bad. So tweezers were a game change. I didn't think I'd use it, but I use it so much. I know. I thought I was like, what a pretentious buffoon. When I don't even remember who it was, but there was somebody who was like a big happy planner person who I watched all the time, and I haven't watched their stuff in years because it doesn't really apply to this. But like I watch them all the time, and they use tweezers and everything, and I was like, what a pretentious buffoon. Why would you need that? That's just overkill. You just want to link me to your Amazon shop so I buy your tweezers. And then I don't remember what I needed these for. I think it was when I started actually creating my own stickers and like trying to like weed things, and I'm never going back. Back when I worked retail, I got ridiculously sick one winter, and to this day, I'm convinced it was shingles. I'm gonna say, I mean, if you had like the rash and stuff, and it was on one, it's usually one side of your body, usually either in your, they call it your trunk, so your chest or stomach, or your shoulders or your face, and it doesn't cross the middle, so it only is like either on the left or right side of your body. And they blister, and it's not a good time, my dude. It's not a good time. It took a full 8 weeks from start to finish for all of my blisters and everything to go away. And I still have, and that was like June, July of last year. July and August, I think. I don't even remember. It was summer last year. And to this day, I can tell the difference. Like because it was on my stomach, and if I touch the left side of my belly button versus the right, like the skin on the sides, I can tell the difference. Like it feels different because it's a nerve thing. Telling you, it's a wild ride. Do not recommend. Finished the 3rd Western romance today. I'm finally done with 2024 goals, and I'm having finished the book postpartum. I mean, yeah, it happens. I just set up my calendar Sunday start. Oops, this is what I get for Googling the wrong calendar. You know, in America, we do that. We're weird. And I used to do these as Sunday start, but then my weeklies were Monday start. And I've done that for years. And now I've moved to not being an American. They are very pretty. Hello, Anna. Tweezers are love. Tweezers are life. They are. I love them very much. Can DM you the highest rated book I read the previous month and go, hey, bitch, read this. Okay. My highest rated book last month was... what was it last month? See, now you got me wondering things about myself and about my life. And how am I supposed to know? Last month was December, right? Oh, you can't read my highest rated book from last month. It's the 3rd book in a series. But you can read. Hold on, wait a minute. Nope, that's a Christmas book. That's a Sarah J. Maas book. That's nothing. You can read nothing. Multiple rashes on my left arm. I was just smothering myself in cortisone. Okay, so cortisone cream does not do anything to shingles. because it is from the inside out, not the outside in. You can put all the cortisone cream you want on there and it's not going to do a thing. Do we need to tell our friends to take an intermission? Okay. Flash and Twix say that we need to have a friendly intermission because they need to go into the out. So we're just gonna do this and do. Oh, that's not how you change the time. That's not how you change the time either. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do. Quit it. 4 minutes. And we'll see you in 4 minutes. Look at that. We're back. Ta-da. Which one do I want? This one? That one works. But I don't want that. I want me. Where's my face? My space face? That's not it either. Hello? Haha! I figured it out. Look at me go. Oh, vey. We've been here 45 minutes. I've done one page. Gonna have to step it up, Jessica. You got things to do. Yeah, go away. Lose your face. I don't think I actually have anything. I don't think that. Anyway, I have lost my marbles. And if you happen to find them, let me know and I'll give you my address. You can send them back. Okie dokie. So the next page we're going to do. Oh, I need another February sticker. I know I said February weird. I grasped the concept, but I think February's are back here. Yeah, sure, go with that. I'll take this one down here on the bottom. That's kind of a bad decision because that leaves March way up there. And no, it's fine. It goes in a folder. It's fine. Came out of the folder, goes back in the folder. Ta-da. Very soothing bass. Yeah, I guess. Been sitting here playing The Sims 4, and I think I should finally stop and do something more productive. Or don't. I mean, if you're having a good time. We actually were discussing the other day, like storage on our computers and like what takes up the most storage space on our computers. And mine is a big chunk of mine is it Clipchamp? I think it's called Clipchamp. And it's what I use to make the timers. I don't know why it takes up so much storage, but it does. Like it takes up more storage than Premiere Pro, which makes no sense. But it's like the easiest thing for me to do the timer videos in. Like it's super quick. It takes like 5 minutes. But it takes up a lot of space. But the other two things that take up space are Sims 4 and Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't touched either of those in months. They're just taking up space. Have I checked under the desk furniture marbles to the roll? You know, you're not wrong. It could have also have been the cats. That sounds like a very cat thing that my cats would do. Because my cats are assholes. As most cats tend to be. I think we want this. Oh, well, we don't want that one now because you just ripped it in half. Ah, Jessica. Girl, you are a mess and a half. Again, if I were a perfectionist, I would measure that and make sure that it was halfway centered between the page. But no. You're gonna like have some there we went. Look at you learning how to focus. Now, this is not actually going to fit on here in any way that makes any kind of sense. Ow, my whole wrist just popped. It's fine. Just keep on keeping on, Carly. This is the tedious, like me sitting here doing this. This is what you're missing. Ha, 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 ha. I think I'm just going to stick this under here because otherwise it's not really going to fit with her. Decided yesterday that I wanted to build a massive multi-generational house, and so far I've built the in-laws. That's it. One of the books that I'm working on lightly. I say that as if I've worked on anything in the last 2 years other than something that I started last October. And not that I've worked on that much, to be fair. I've written about 1,000 words. But something that I was working on was a werewolf romance. And the main characters, for lack of terminology being the same, but her pack lives in like the woods, and like I kind of base it off of like a summer camp, like when we were kids, how if you went to a summer camp, I don't know your life, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but like there would be a big building that was like a community building that had like a big kitchen and then like all the tables and stuff. And they would like move tables out for like dances, parties, whatever. But then the cabins all also had like bedrooms, bathrooms. Some of them had kitchenettes in them, whatever. So it's kind of like that, except the houses are actual like houses with full kitchens because, you know, why not? But yeah, I've built that in The Sims. So I've only actually filled in one house. Like I've built all of the exterior because I legitimately just built one and then copy pasted it in multiple times. But yeah. How many planners or journals are you using this year? Might have already said, but was in another room, so I might have said. So mostly I use this one, which is my life planner, daily planner, whatever you want to call it. And then I use this square one for my reading planner. Ta-da, ta-da. Just, you know, living a dream. Don't look too close. There might be spoilers. And then I have this manifestation journal that I actually haven't started in, but I bought it specifically to use this year. So we'll get there eventually. I have this here tarot journal, which I have been using. Da-da-da-da. When we get into the right season, I just lifted a giant stack of books. Don't be scared. When we get into gardening season, I have the gardening planner where I actually like draw out maps of my garden, where things are planted and what their days to maturity are, all of that fun stuff. I have this collection-y planner where I put in like reading orders for different authors, keep track of TV series, etc. This is just like random stuff. I also have my pin swatches in here. And I also have a page, because these are the markers that I primarily use. I have a page where I write down which marker colors go with planning with case sticker sets. So I don't have to, like right now I'm using mermaids. So I was just able to look back at mermaids and pick the colors out. I didn't have to like rematch. And the only other planner that I am using, if I can get to it, because it's, oh, there's so much stuff on my desk, y'all. First off, why does it have so much dog hair on it? Because it just was under a stack of books. Anywho, maybe it's cat hair and the cat's been rubbing on it. Maybe that's it. Who knows? But I have this one with this stupid sun theme. Look, I got this one on sale for $5 and it's an Archer and Olive. So we just deal with the fact that it's ugly on the outside. This is my writing planner. And so I have like a place for all of my different books and like what space they're in the writing world. I had this was a 2024 word count tracker, and then I didn't use any of it, so I just whited out the 4 and put a 5 on it. And also a yearly tracker of what days I've written on, because my goal for the year was to write 1 day a month, because that's 1 day a month more than what I wrote last year. So I already wrote my 1 day for January. I could write more if I want to, but I wrote my one day for January, and then I have a little color code for like how many words I actually wrote that day. So I'll fill that in with a specific color that matches this color code. Ta-da. That's the planners I'm using for this year. It's a lot, but most of them I don't use every day. Like this one I use every day. My reading journal, when I'm actually reading, I'll use every day. But I haven't been doing very much reading lately. Has not been the vibe. The whole house is built. It's just not laid out and decorated. Yeah, that's the fun part though. I don't even ever need to turn the live mode on. The live mode, the live mode, whatever it is. I don't even need to turn that on. I just want to build houses. Okay, that's it. Just let me build the houses. Yeah, I love this reading one. I'm very excited. I have next year's already too. It's all black and it has a little picture frame in it with a ghost in it. Because I don't know if you know this, but I like things spooky. Manifestation journal, yes. They are very pretty. We love them. Oh no, giving you ideas. Yeah, $5 Archer or not. It was like a doorbuster sale a few years ago, and I didn't have that many. It's probably a good thing that I got it when I got it, because I didn't really have that many planners when I got it, so I actually used it. Whereas if I had bought that now, I wouldn't use it, because I would be like, I'm not using that. I've got all these other cool ones that I can use, which would defeat the purpose of having bought it, but I would want to use the pretty one first. So dun, 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 dun. I want to do a big writing planner and a disc bound so that I can take out and insert things without fudging up the binding. Yeah, and I definitely have done that before too. I did one in a big happy planner, because those are regular 8.5 by 11 size. So you can even just hole punch or just disc punch regular paper and put it in there. And I just really enjoy that. And I have that where I've taken notes and stuff in them. It still exists. I just have been very much loving the bullet journaling. So everything is coming up. Bullet journals. A disc binder is like this, where it has these discs on it and everything just like can pop off or pop back on. This one actually might have been a writing planner. It was. This is one that I had as a writing planner in 2022. Living the dream. This was one that I was using during our 2022 writing retreat. Yeah. And I do still like these. And this was the ability to take things out of these and put them back in and put things in the way I wanted is what kept me from going over to a bullet journal style sooner. Because I love that ability. Whereas in this, if I mess up, it just is what it is. Hello, Lindsay. Welcome in. We've been here for 45 minutes and we've done this page. We're not doing good, friend. We're not doing good. I use a 7x9 disc bound for everything and I love it. I do. I think there is a planner system for everybody, and I think that not every planner system will work for everyone all the time. Because, like I said, I used to love happy planners. I loved that I could just like sit down and it like had all of the hard work done for me, and I just got to put stickers in it and have a good time. And honestly, that is the big thing about journaling that I like, about bullet journaling and about happy planner too. Again, I've probably got 40 happy planner sticker books behind me. Do I ever use them? No, because I'm now printing out my own stickers from Kay and using those. I could use those, but they don't really fit this style that I'm doing currently. I need to like do a year of just using those and not using anything else, or a month. I should try a month. I should pick a month. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a what's that thing? A poll and ask which month I should do. And I'm going to do that. We're going to do a month of nothing but happy planner stickers just to get rid of some. Anywho, the thing I love about it is like, as someone who has anxiety and depression, we love depression. This is not the sticker that I thought I picked up. Living the dream in a dream world. It's fun to just sit and put stickers on stuff. Like, I just get to sit here and color and put stickers on things. Okay, sold. So sold. Just sit here and put stickers on stuff and color things in. And it really is like, for me, kind of like a meditative thing where I just get to hang out. And, you know, sometimes I do these live. I don't do them all live because sometimes I really just like to chill out with like another video and watch somebody else do stuff. You know, but it's fine. You're welcome. It does look pretty, doesn't it? Look, it's pretty. She's so pretty. Seeing the stream reminded me I still needed to do my journaling today. Well, pull your journal out and get to it. That's what we're here for. I distract myself, but you know, there's plenty of squirrels. Oh my gosh, I just got a letter. It's from Lindsay. Crap. I love mini happy planners. I have one for work and one for hobbies. I have a mini. Oh, she's not in here. I have one for my recipe book is a mini happy planner. And they used to, I don't know if they still do. They used to sell like the actual recipe cards that you could put in. And I do that for a lot of things. But for stuff that's like normal, easy stuff that you can make yourself, like hamburgers, I just like have them broken down into fours and I'll just have hamburgers and like all the ingredients I need for it. Because sometimes I don't want to have to think about the ingredients that I want when I want to have hamburgers. And so then I can just make a grocery list based off of the ingredients that are on there. And I put like recipes for spice mixes and seasoning blends and stuff since I'm low salt. I have a low sodium diet. So I like do my own taco seasoning and stuff. So I just keep all my little recipes in there. It's a time. Do I use any digital planning methods like Notion, or are you strictly physical planner? I love Notion. Like, I love the things that people do with Notion. I cannot figure that thing out. It is too smart for me. It is too much of a pain in the rear end for me. I do use Milanote or Milanote, however you prefer to say it. I learned about it from Sam, who says Milanote, so I say Milanote. I've heard people say Milanote. But I use that for like YouTube planning and sorting things out and keeping track of everything. Just because it's easier to move stuff around, erase, move things. It's also what we used for Storyteller's Hearth. For the event space, because we have like all of our little hubs in there for different things. I love Milanote. I highly recommend it. I've even dabbled with using, they have storyboarding options and things on there for writing. And so I've kind of dabbled in those as well. But Milanote, she's my hero. I only have 4 happy planner sticker books and I'm still not through half of them in 2 years of bullet journaling with them heavily. I mean, I have used full happy planner sticker books. Like, don't get me wrong. I've definitely used full ones. But I have so many. It's a mess. I love watching people set up their Notion and use it, but every time I go and try to work on with my own, I get so frustrated. I feel like I'm not quite smart enough. Yeah, I feel so dumb. Notion, it makes me feel like a moron. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, I feel stupid. There's one that I have that is that's called Author Central. And it is obviously for authors. And I do like that one. And I used to use it. But I think it would be more beneficial for someone that self-publishes, because it has a lot of things for like working on deadlines and marketing and different things. And it's very interesting, and I do like it. But I'm just not like, I don't need everything on it, but also I'm not smart enough to figure it out. So, but yeah, even with templates, your girl is not the brightest bulb in the box. So, oh well. Too complex for your old gray matter. I mean, same. Hard, same. These are not the same order they were in last month, but it's okay. Laura uses Mylanote. It is fantastic. I love Mylanote. It's user friendly. I mean, you can't do as much as you can do on Notion, and it doesn't have calendars, and that's the one thing. Like, the one downfall of Mylanote is that it doesn't have calendars, but they do have tables now, so you can kind of make your own calendar. It's a little difficult. It's a little sketchy, but you can kind of do it. But they're always updating, and they have like a page that you can go on and upvote suggestions for what they should work on next. Love it. Here for it. Live by it. All day, every day. Give me Notion. Give me Notion. Give me Mylanote. Because I like it for lists, but I'm too dumb to do anything else useful in there. Girl, I feel your pain. Ta-da. Oh, ta-da, I finished a page. It's our monthly overview with our priorities, our goals, any projects that we're working on, things that are coming up that I don't want to forget about, and then the list of bills that are due. And when I tell you that this list is extra long right now because nothing has gotten paid in January, for those of you who don't know, because why would you know? My checking account got hacked, and while they didn't actually get any of my money, because they had the capability to get my money, they had to shut my checking account down and open a new one. And because life is grand, they couldn't shut it down while anything was pending, even though the stuff that was pending was going to get kicked out. So anytime one of my auto bills pays, like anything that was set up for auto pay, if it was going through, it would kick out them trying to reset the account. And so basically it took almost 3 weeks to get the account reset. Well, now I'm still waiting for my debit card so that I can give the number to everybody that I owe money to for all of my bills. And so there's money in the account now because my boss was just writing me paper checks during this time. So I was able to deposit all 3 of my paper checks. So like the money's just sitting there waiting for me to have a card to be able to pay all of my bills. And the phone calls I've been getting has been super fun. Highly recommend. But yeah, so this bills due list, she gonna be long this month. Hello, Ro. Welcome. We're having a fun time, I think. Yeah, it was a fun time. Highly recommend not doing it. Yeah, it is very good that no one got my dollar bills because I liked my dollar bills. I do have access to I have access to money, but it's in a savings account. So again, I would have to go get it out of the bank, go buy a prepaid credit card with it, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just not going to pay anything until it's figured out. Was it the best decision? Probably not, but what's the worst that could happen? They repossess all of the things I don't own? Oh, bring it on. Hello, Ness. She be here. I think I intended for this to stop here, but if I'm wrong, too bad, so sad. Those are a thick line. I don't think this is the pen I wanted, but it's too late. We're already here. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I told you I do. Yeah, what a waste of everyone's time. Well, and then me on the phone with the people from the bank, and they're like, well, it has to try to process and go through. I'm like, what do you mean it has to try to process to go through? There's no money in there. They can't have it. You've shut the account down. Why can't I just have a new account? Why is this so complicated? Thankfully, it was at least people whose first language was English, and so I wasn't struggling to have a conversation. I don't mind talking to people. I'll talk to anybody, especially if they're helpful, they're nice, it's whatever. But it's so much easier when I can fully understand what they're telling me when I'm stressed. Because like when I'm stressed and I don't understand half of the words you're saying, I get upsetty spaghetti. And I should not. I should just learn another language, and then I don't have to be upsetty spaghetti. But my Spanish and French are just not that good. They're just not. Okay. And now we're going to do the color we didn't do, which was this purple. But first, we're going to do... Sure. Will that fit there? No. But this will. That one was to write on because I don't think I have a sticker for that one, but it's fine. It's okay. I'll live. I don't know what the dogs are. I live in the middle of nowhere, so the dogs see lots of things, but they really like to bark at stuff. And I really wish they didn't. Unless it's a serial killer, in which case they may bark at the serial killer. For obvious reasons. Because they're a serial killer. Normally I just draw straight across, but I know if I do, that thick black line is going to smudge like crazy. So we're just going to do one side and then do the other and move on with our lives. Because nobody needs that. Yep, that's right. Okay. When I'm done with this, I'll show you what last month's looks like so you can see. That did not end right. I have to fire myself. Learn how to count better. Hello? Are you there? Note to self. 137 has had it. It is tired. She would like to be retired, as a matter of fact. I'm going to have to look for a different color. Because she is not happy. Let me see if there's something close to this color. I've used 137 a lot, so it does not surprise me that she is exhausted. No, of course not. 137 is it. She is beauty. It's this one right here. Maybe. These are too pink, I think. Yeah, too pink. 53 could work. It's darker, but it's the same tone. That, my friends, is how the cookie crumbles. Why do they have so many like weird pink and orange shades that nobody wants and like 3 purples? What's that all about? It's rude. You know what I mean? Like, there's like 20 browns. Do you know how many shades of purple there are? Do you know how many they gave me? Absolutely not acceptable. Oh, 138 we're already using. Yeah, we're already using 138. What's this one? 15. It's too close to 138. Guess we're going to suffer. I have. Watch me hit myself in the head. I think my other ones are all darker colors, though. Work with me here, Carl. Yeah, they're too dark. But if you want to know why 137's dead, it's because that has 137, this is 137, this is 137, this is 137, this is 137. She did. We've used that old girl up. Oh, well. Darn, guess we have to give more markers. Oh, yeah. Something like it. What color is that? Is that that is 137. I'm like, look at the difference in how like bright and happy she was last month. This month she's dead. D-E-D dead. That do be how the cookie crumbles sometimes. You like that squeak sound? Can you hear that? God, it sounds awful. I wonder if I can just buy this color or if I have to buy the whole set of 80 again. I don't think it's a set of 80, but it's close to it. It was 160, I think. So it was worse, not better. Oh, God, Jessica, you are a mess, girl. She do be a mess. Oh. Really? That was some sideways stuff you had going on there, kid. You can't even tell that. This just looks like I've colored the whole thing in. Oh, Lord. That's fine. Or at least it will be. Gonna need a new purple. Anywho. F's in the chat for 137. This is what this is supposed to look like. Actually, no, this is not what it's supposed to look like. There's supposed to be more check marks in here, but I ended up not filming anything. So, ta-da. But anyway, this is for my videos for the month. And I just put in, usually I'll only be using like the colored line because I like space. But I had a bunch of stuff this month that was going on. So None of it got done, but I had oh no, that's not true. I did my 2025 planner setup. See that guy? He got done. Discord workshop, he also got done. So things were accomplished. Some of these live streams also happened, but did they get put in the planner that they were done? No. Anywho. But yeah, and then I have like a list of things I need to do for those videos, like pulling books, if it's scripted, pulling up any links that I need, filming, editing, doing a thumbnail, uploading, doing the description, sharing on Instagram, etc., etc. All those steps are in there. And then I just check everything off as I get it done. I used to do this in my Happy Planner, and I had a plastic, like I laminated it. So it was like a dry erase. And I use that every month. So I started doing this like in 2017, 2018. And then I stopped doing it for the last couple of years. And I was like, why am I not doing that anymore? Because clearly your girl needs help to get her shit together. So it's fine. I will come back and do some more decoration here, probably once I have all of my bills written in and I know how much space I actually need. I'll come back and either put in like some of these circly ones or some of these mermaidy ones, something. I'll put something in there when I know how much space I have. Something will exist there. What page is this? What am I doing here? Oh, this is... I can do a full... Yeah, I can. Okay. So we're going to do... Let's just do this one. Doesn't really fit on there. It's going to look weird, but we're going to do it anyway. Because that's the way, I like it. Do. Come on, get it together, Carl. Carl did it. Look at Carl go. I'm Carl. Do one of these represent my mind and one represents my body? Oof. I know you can't read it, but I can. It says mind and body. So basically, don't read too close if you don't know personal things about me and my life. But also, clearly, I haven't been doing a very good job. But this is basically where I just write down the days. And because I have so many problems with my gallbladder and shingles and sleep, my insomnia, etc., etc., etc. Usually the only thing I write in here is bad things. I don't usually write anything if it's like a good or a normal day, but if I have symptoms or I have something that I want to take a note of so that I can give my doctor a time frame of when things are happening. That's pretty much what this is for. So I just write things down so that I have the things that I need, and then I don't have to worry about trying to go, oh, I think it was on Tuesday of last week before the, I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? Okay, and I need 28 days, and I did not plan for this part. I am fired. Because in my brain, I was like, I'll just take this thing and stick it on there, except I can't because that's not how the cycles go. The cycle goes from January 27th to February 23rd. So technically, I could take this guy. Cut the ends off. There are 31 days in January. Cut the end off of this one. My hand is shaking. And then for starting on the 27th, which is today, then we cut at the 27. We do 27 to 31. This is where you need them there tweezers. Let's do here. So we start 27 to 31. And then, don't mind me, just stuck it over there a little bit. And then we need to the 23rd. So we'll cut off 24, 25, and 26. Ciao. And then we'll stick the 1 on here. Next to that. And then, lo and behold, oh, they're in between. Too far. Listen, Carl, get it together. Cut some of this off. Saved too much. This is tricky. It's tricky to rock around, to rock around, to rock around. It's tricky. Tricky. I think I cut too much. Listen, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? That's the key point of this. Do I know what I'm doing? No. Do you know what I'm doing? Also, no. I mean, you would think that you could just put them in the middle and they would stay in the middle because it's sized to fit for these things. But no, it's fine. It is absolutely fine, Jessica. It's not the end of the world if it's off a little bit. It's absolutely fine. You have days on there. Now do some highlights because I like things that are highlighted. Skip pink, skip purple, skip pink, skip purple, skip pink, skip purple again. Ooh, that was too much. Purple. Skip pink, skip purple again. Do I actually know how many days these are going on? No, I don't. So that one is that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I think what I need to do is... Oh, that did not feel good. Right here is about where it starts to get off. I don't know why, but it does. And we're just going to make it skip right there. So that she can kind of sort of somewhat get back on track. But it still really doesn't. Oh, you are a mess. This would have taken less time if I had numbered it myself. For fuck's sake. Do any of us know what we're doing, really? No, but I probably should, as I'm running this dog and pony show. But alas, I do not. Listen, if you see this planner at the end of the month and this doesn't have any stickers on the side, don't be surprised. Put my thing back on here before I slice my hand open because I'm dumb and I will do that. Okay, and then what goes on this side? Because I have already forgotten. Oh, yeah. The monthly reflection. Oh, that's where that monthly word went. I couldn't figure out where that went. What it went to. Like, I have the word monthly over here somewhere. I don't know why. Found it. Please excuse me while I try to put my neck back in place. Good Lord. I don't know why I love the sound of a marker or highlighter going across the page. I was worried that I was like torturing people with it, so I'm glad that you have enjoyed it. I've been updating my reading journal some, and I'm so glad I invested in erasable black pens. The only bad thing about erasable pens is that if you like leave them in the car and they get hot, they'll erase. So, you know, be prepared. Be prepared for that if you're not already, because it will hurt you and your soul. Don't ask me how I know, because I'm not emotionally stable enough to talk about it. Do 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 do. All right, here we go. We're gonna try this color again. Oh no, this isn't it. We're safe. This is the one we want to color. It's this one. This is the one. It's not as bad when you're just using it the first time out of the cap. It's when it's, you know, the 87th time out of the cap that it is having a rough time. I did not know that. I don't take it with me though, so I hope I'll be safe. Yes, you should be, but yeah, they definitely because if they're the ones that are like erasable because of like, you know, you're actually running an eraser over it, it's the friction and the heat that makes it disappear. So if you use the, wow, my whole neck feels like it's gonna fall off. If you leave it somewhere where it gets hot, then it will erase because the friction makes the heat, which makes it erase. It's a whole thing. A whole thing. Monthly. Where's the word overview? Reflection. That's the word I was looking for. So, you know, like that Christina Aguilera song. Who is that girl I see? Staring straight back at me. I also know it was a song from Mulan, but I grew up listening to the Christina Aguilera version. Sue me. Peelable nail polish. Huh. Well, maybe yours won't die of heat. You might be all right. We're almost done. We've got 2 more stickers on this page, and then I'm going to show you how I start a weekly, and then we'll be done. It only took 2 hours of me running my jibs. We actually had quite a few people here in the beginning, but people were like, girl, this is taking forever. And so a lot of people left. So you guys, you're the MVPs. This girl does not know how to run a live show. Get me out of here. I'd apologize, but I'm not sorry. Wow. I'm in so much pain. I'll be fine. Anywho, monthly reflection, things I've accomplished, challenges I've faced, memories I've made. Most people put these at the end of the month, but I will not remember anything that's happened this month at the end of the month. So I put it at the front so I can write it down as it happens. You have to fight your own brain. Nature carries away, worries are for another day. Let the music play down in Fraggle Rock. I want you to know that I don't know Fraggle Rock, so that did not get stuck in my head at all. Now, if you were singing half horse, half man, maybe. We love you, JC. I have three today, Friday, and Sunday. I will be here a lot. They are already live or already scheduled, so you can hit the timery button thingy, the time reminder. That's what it's called. Damn it. Aw, damn it. As they say. Yep. What did I do? Yeah, that's what I did. That makes the sense. Okay. Let's do a sidewaysy mermaid. And one of these. I saw them and have clicked the notify button already. Excellent day. Yep, like the Sesame Street aliens. I think my references are 5-ish years too old for you. I also never watched Sesame Street. So, I mean, it existed for sure because it existed long after me, but I never watched it. So, why did you do that? That's not a see-through one. You're a dummy. I guess we'll just write it on there. Week 1. And now I'm going to hate it because it's not in the same font as everything else. Because I am a Looney Tune. Okay. First, we have the week's priorities. That made me think of the bare necessities. Did I get that one stuck in your head? Uh-huh. Look for the bare necessities. My childhood references are limited to what was available by antenna on the CBC, Canadian Public Television. That's fair. I watched a lot of Eureka's Castle. So, and Gummy Bears. Lots of Gummy Bears. That was like my favorite show. Forget about your worries and your strife. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. Wild adventures, something beyond compare. You like how they just say something beyond compare. They are the Gummy Bears. They actually have Gummy Bears on Disney Plus, and I honestly thought that I fever dreamed that entire show because no one else that I'd asked about it had ever heard of it. And then it came back around and I was like, I didn't make it up. It is real. Gummy Bears, I know. It was good, but we didn't get it until I was older. The antenna and the rural farm life in Canada was letting. Yeah. We were poor AF, so like we didn't have, well, our TV was black and white, and we didn't have cable. But my grandparents, who were my babysitters, they had cable, mostly so Grandpa could watch every sport imaginable. But the package that they had way back in the 80s. It was literally the 80s. In the early 90s, to be able to get like all of like the extra sports channels, you had to have Disney too. And so we had a TV in our bedroom. Us kids, like the grandkids, had what used to be our parents' room, because there was 4 of them in a room, became our room. And we had a TV in there, and we got to watch Disney. So way back in the day. So I got to watch Gummy Bears and Eureka's Castle and stuff like that. Older, like I was 10. Yeah. Listen, grandparents had cable for baseball, but it was our Disney pipe. Yes. Grandpa needed to watch every baseball game on the planet. And so they had cable, but it came with Disney, and so us kids watched it. But when I tell you that, like, I grew up watching Disney at my grandparents' house, and we didn't have cable at my house because we were poor, but my grandparents did not have indoor plumbing until I was 15. Like, they had cable so Grandpa could watch baseball, but we had to go to an outhouse out in the yard until I was 15. So, priorities. Oh, they had their priorities, and they stood for those. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I should have this color 4 times. 2, skip 3, skip 4, skip 5. Skip 6, skip 7. I think that's right. I could be wrong. We were poor too, and it was the 80s. Grandparents lived in town and had color TV and like 10 channels. They had the Muppet Show. Oh, the Muppet Babies. Muppet Babies, wherever dreams come true. Muppet Babies, something for you. I don't know all the words to all of the songs, obviously, but I know some of the words to some of the songs. I never forget the pain of having to leave my grandparents' house halfway through the Xenon movie and never knowing how it ended. Okay, by the time Xenon was on, we had cable, because that was way later. But I was also born in 87, so it was, let's see, by the time Xenon came out, it was like 2000, 2001. So I was like 13 or 14. We had moved up in the world by then a little bit. Grandparents still didn't have indoor plumbing, but I had moved up in the world a little bit. I had cable at my house. Let me snooze some of these things that are screaming at me. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to do is my YouTube schedule. Oh, yeah. This rings bells. I know what I'm doing now. Last month I made these little things for my YouTube schedule, because I used to like write this out every week, and like, why? You could just make it on a piece of sticker paper and print it out, and you don't have to make this chart every month. Duh. Or every week rather. But last month I had one in every week, but I never used it because I didn't film anything or post it. But this is just so I can like write in what's coming out on what day, so I kind of know that week what I need to be promoting, sharing on social media, all that fun stuff. If I ever get ahead of my life, then I'll, be able to know what I need. I have not made it that far yet, but it's fine. And then I also did the same thing for habit trackers. Again, I was drawing habit trackers all the time. These are actually from Planning with Kay, because I, again, buy her stickers and print them. But I bought them and then set up a full sheet in Canva, because the way she sells them, they are an 8x5. No, not 8x5. Yes, they're A5. There we go. They're A5 size. So I made them letter size on Canva. I made the paper letter size on Canva, and then made these the size that I wanted, and then printed them out. So I got a whole sheet. For my habits. Have I been putting a habit tracker sticker above this and it says habit on it? Have I been doing that for 4 weeks? No, I have not. Why do I have a habit tracker sticker then? Oh, good God. I don't know. I also have a to-do list sticker and I have no idea what to do with it. I'm like, why do I have this? Anywho, that is how the cookie crumbles, my friends. And then we have the last part of this page. Open sesame, danging. Listen, I just need you to come apart and then we'll be done. Grazie. I'm telling you, it's time. Okay. And then we have a spot for, I don't do a weekly planner. I do what I call menu options. Menu options. Because I never stick to a menu. But if I just write in here everything I have, the things to make, and then cross them off as I make them, it works out better for me. Because then I know what I bought at the grocery store and what I have all the foods to make. And then I can just, as I eat the things. So you can tell I went to the grocery store. Because like this week, I only had 2 things that I had things to make. And then this week, look at all those things I could make. And then, have I crossed anything off? God, have I made anything? I know I have. I must have made something between here and there. Because I've ate food. Oh, look at this. I made spaghetti last night. So, ta-da. I can cross off spaghetti. Go me. And then, so basically what I'll do is, tomorrow is, today. Put today on here. So, Monday. And then, let's see. What did we do today? Today I set up the litter box. Actually, I set up the litter genie. I kind of like it. If you've ever heard of a diaper genie, which is made for dirty diapers, they also make a litter genie, which is for cat litter. I bought one. I set it up. I also set up the new cat box. Because I have learned that my old box has a lid on it, and Raja does not like a litter box with a lid on it. So I got a new litter box that does not have a lid on it, so Raja will not drive me crazy. Sometimes if she is feeling very angry that the litter box has a lid on it, she will poop on the floor right out in front of the litter box. So, took care of that. And then we have a live show. Planner live show. We're doing that right now. So we can mark it off. Answer that. Oh, I forgot to do this part. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's how the weeks go. And so then basically, if you look at like last week, as a for instance, sometimes these will take up more than 2 pages. I haven't had any yet where they have. I haven't had any like really super busy weekends or anything where I've ended up going into the next page. But if I need to, if I need to go into this page, I will, and then start week whatever on the opposite page. But for now, this has been enough space for me. But basically, I just have like a dashboard for the week where I have a list of my priorities, a list of any events that I have going on that week. There we are. My YouTube schedule, anything that I have menu options wise, and then I can track my habits, which obviously I was not doing a very good job of at the end of last week, but that's outside of the point. And then every day I can just make my list and then start the next day and make a list, start the next day, make a list, start the next day, make a list. Ta-da. Ta-da. So that's everything. That's all the things. The Muppet Show was what I watched on Saturday mornings. Oh, I do remember Pee-wee's Playhouse. I didn't watch it very much, but I do remember it. Let me tell you a thing. There was a show on PBS, and I was way too old to be watching it when I was watching it. Probably not way too old, but I was probably like 15 or 16, and it was probably made for like 8-year-olds. And it was called Pappyland, like your pappy, your grandpa, Pappyland. And it was like this old guy who was kind of like Bob Ross, but old. And he would teach you how to draw things. And then you would like go into the picture. Pappyland. Okay, I seen this show one time. One time. Tell me why. The theme song, I know every word to that theme song. Pappy drew it. He drew Pappyland. That whole theme song in my brain for the rest of my life. I seen that show one time. I'm just saying. We didn't have Disney Channel, but CBC Public TV had A Wonderful World of Disney for an hour on Sunday night. You had to hope you'd be home both weekends to catch part 1 and part 2 of a movie. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. I remember, so I turned 13 in the year 2000. So that was like prime Disney Channel time, because they had like they're basically like Y2K bugs. Like they had like little bugs, and that was like their little mascots of all of their shows and their Disney Channel original movie. They're DCOMs. They called them DCOMs, the Disney Channel original movies. And like that was the thing. Like I was in the right age bracket for Disney at the time. Most of the characters were the same age as me. Because like Xenon was 13, and my 13th year was about the guy that turned into a fish. I was 13. Like all of those shows, I was like right around my time. And then those little critter things and Lizzie McGuire, and those were the days. Are we getting a best and worst books? Okay, so here's the thing. I discussed earlier, if you go on my channel and you see the live that's set up for Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's called Here's All the Things You Missed in the X Library. And I'm going to be going over everything that I haven't filmed, like my end of the year content, favorite books of 2024, stats for the end of the year, the final of the bingo board from hell for 2024, the new goals for bingo board from hell for 2025, my arcs that I have on my TBR. I may do a planner flip through, depending on how long. I expect to be live for multiple hours Sunday, and we're going to have coffee and we're going to talk about it, and it's going to be a lot. And we're just going to start, like I've already set up, look at this. I have already set up banners. So it'll be books for vlogs that are dead on arrival, December wrap up and bingo board from hell, 2024 stats, best books of 2024, bingo board from hell for 2025, spooky arcs from 2024, Breeze 25 and 25, and my arc TBR. Like I am prepared to do the things for Sunday. Because I just thinking about needing to, like I could I've been talking myself out of filming them, but it's because I'm thinking about having to edit them. And I just don't have the spoons for that kind of like filming and editing. And it would probably take me 20 hours to do it. You know what I mean? So at this point, I'm just going to go through everything, get it all done. It'll all be a live show on the channel. If somebody asks about something specific, they'll be timestamped and I can send them to it. And so the information will all be there, not in a very good vessel, but it'll be there and I can feel complete. And then I can just start with new stuff. It's 9:00. My alarm's going off. Take your drugs, Jessica. Remember to do that when you're no longer live on the internet. So anyway, that is where we're at. I went and listened to the theme song and it unlocked a memory. Did anybody else, when they were growing up, have to watch this show about a lady who had like this really colorful outfit? And there was like a book that she was reading, and the people in the book started arguing, and her clothing lost all of its colors. So it was just like all of the patterns, but it was in black and white. And then she had to go into the book and get all of the color families to be friends again, to get the colors back into her shirt. And like each family like had different songs that they would sing that were like songs that we knew. Like there was a family of purples that was like a mom, a dad, and 3 kids, and there was a baby, and they would sing, I don't know, purple baby buggy has a bird upon its chest. I don't know, something like that. Somebody sang the old Michael Finnegan Begin Again song. Anybody relate to this? Now, unlocking any childhood memories. We watched this 5 years in a row in tandem with the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory of Gene Wilder, which is why I can't stand to watch it. For 5 years, 6 years, kind of kindergarten. Kindergarten to 5th grade. Anytime it rained and we had to stay inside for recess, it was those 2 movies. I live in Ohio. It rained a lot. Or if it snowed, or if it was too cold. And you would just start wherever the class before you ended. Wherever the recess before you ended. They would take us all into the auditorium. They would hit play. And we would just be there watching this movie from wherever it went off. And when one of them went off, they would take that VHS out, put the other one in, and then they would start it. And so there were days where I would watch the end of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, whatever the original, whatever the Gene Wilder one is, the Chocolate Factory movie. I'd watch the end of that and then the beginning of that weird Color Town movie in the same recess period. And then in afternoon recess, we would watch it again. It would be at the same spot. We watched the same end of the same movie and the same beginning of the same movie. Somehow, it just happened that that's where we were. Like, for 6 years of my life. That's 6 years I'm never getting back. Oh, Canada didn't have Disney Channel at all licensing stuff. There was the Family Channel on cable that had Disney content, and of course the 1 hour public television. Yeah. Yes, all the stuff for you, Liz. Listen, I am prepared. Okay? Look, I've made these things. Oh, you can't see, like backgroundy things. There's too much stuff on here for you to see it, but I've made backgrounds. I am prepared to chat. Supposed to be editing tonight, and instead I just sat here with y'all. Listen, we're cool though. We're a fun time. That seems like not a good plan. If I had to stay inside, if it was just raining, we still went out. We had to sit at our desks. We could talk, read, draw, but that was it. Yeah, they would take us all out of our. That's because the teachers wanted a break. No, so rude. I'll have to look that up when we're done here. Which, speaking of being done here, let's go over what we did today, and then we'll be done here. Hooey-vey. Okay, so we set up our month. Again, cyclic planning. I will link some of Jess's links down below when we're done. But yes, cyclic planning. So it'll be from the 27th of January to the 23rd of February. Now I can't even say February right. Ta-da, she's pretty. We have our monthly overview, which includes my priorities, my goals, any projects that I'm working on, what I have coming up this month that I don't want to forget about, and my bills that are due. And then this is just a checklist for videos and a checklist for live shows. I didn't write live on here. No. Lives. That's not in all. You wrote that in all caps and nothing else is in all caps. Genius. Anyway, moving on. My mind and body, where I get to keep track of my mind and body. Look how wiggly those lines are. Whew, having a good time. Monthly reflection of accomplished challenges and memories. Look at us go. And then the beginning of week 1, priorities for the week, events for the week, my YouTube schedule, menu options, habit tracker, Monday list. When I get done with writing my Monday list, I'll put a Tuesday sticker on and start my Tuesday list. And I do this every week for the next 4 weeks. And then we start over. Ta-da! Look at my dirty desk. No, not muted. I quit. I'm going home. What if I hit this button? What happens if I hit this button? It's because I turned off the other one and it was the one that had the sound on. What I was saying is that I've shrank. My chair has decompressed. And now it is a very tiny chair. Very short chair. Anyway. It all looks very nice. I want to go play in my planners and journals, which is not what I'm supposed to do until the weekend. I would apologize. But I'm not sorry. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, bro. Anybody have any questions or comments or concerns before we run away for the evening? Again, I will be live Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Katie will probably be live immediately following. So you can hang out with me and possibly Katie Friday evening. And we can all get stuff done together. And then I feel like I'm like looking clear up here. And then on Sunday in 10 o'clock in the morning, we'll be having coffee and chatting about all of the things that I need to wrap up for the end of the year. And we're going to be productive and get everything done so I can get this stack of books. Literally, they're stacked to here on the whole end of the desk. Plus over here now, because I've had to move some of them as we've been talking. So I am not doing Clue this year. There are a couple of exceptions, but I have decided that this year, because I am just wore out with readathons, the only ones that I am doing are ones that I am asked to participate in, that I've done in the past. So like if Brie asked me to do Amazing Readathon this year, then I will. If whatever, there's just some that I host for. If Margaret asks me to do Fabelin again, I will. And then like my readathons I'll be doing. So we'll still have TBR Takedownathon in April and the Summer Scare Readathon sometime this summer. But I got really in. We died. The camera died. I give up. I'm going home. do 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 do. Can you hear me now? At least, maybe. Do 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 do. You can look at me upside down. Oh, Jesus. Anyway. Apparently, my camera has 2 hours of battery life. And after that, it's done. You would think being plugged into something, it would not die. Anywho, I give up. I'm leaving. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging around. Jess, before you go, what is the new book tracking website everyone is talking about? It is called Pagebound. Hold on and I'll share it with you. Present, share screen, Pagebound, share, add to stage. Just share it. You don't need to see me upside down. So Pagebound, it is, let's see, they have a about page where they actually talk about what they're about. Imagine that. Yeah, there we go. So they are, did you freeze again? Really? Oh no, it went to a new page. Okay. I'm like, really? That's rude. Anyway, I think they've only been up for like 6 months. They haven't been up for very long. They have a bunch of different things where you can look up people or books. They have like the most books that are put on people's TBR, most currently reading, things that are popular this week. Of course, Fourth Wing is kind of taking over the world, which is fine. They have quests that you can do, which like I'm currently doing really good in the Sarah J. Maas verse because I have read 9 of those and I will be reading 2 more this month. I've read 10 in the Brandon Sanderson universes. So like you can go in here and like mark all of the books that you have read as read. And like you get points and little badges and stuff. So like if you go to my page, I've got, this is my Massverse badge. This is my what is that thing called? My Sanderson badge. I'm a level 2 because I have over 100 points. You get points by commenting on people's stuff. And like putting in updates. And when you rate books, you can rate with like half stars, or you can rate with just emojis if you want. But everybody puts in like they recommend 3 to 5 books that are like your taste of reading. So when you're looking for friends, you can find friends, or you can just add people by adding people. And then it's got all of my quests on here that I am doing, and then like how I'm doing in my quests. You can make lists, which I've made a list of haunted house books. You get points for making lists, and then you get points for people voting up or down your lists. And then there's like a stats page where it has all of your badges that you've won, and then your reading challenge for the year, and then the books that you've read so far. Again, I've only read 2 books this year, so not doing great. But the interesting thing is like if you go into a book And it shows you the activity from the people that you follow. And then there's a forum. So you can actually create a post. So it's like a Reddit forum automatically on here for the book itself. So you can create a post for this book, go in and talk about it with different people. But they also have like all of the recent reviews. And then you can recommend a book for the community if you like this thing. So like where Goodreads and Storygraph use AI to put up like community recs, or to put up recommendations for books that you might like based off of what others have liked. This is all like the community actually doing things themselves. There's no AI used on this system. Everything is done by humans, which prevents things like the Fable. Fable did kind of say some stuff about the weird AI posts, but it basically was just like, that's what happens when you use AI. That was pretty much it. So, you know. But yeah, I have really liked PageBound so far. I have not used it a lot, but I have only read a couple of books so far. So, not that much. But you can import your Goodreads to it. It shows you how to do that when you sign up. And like the creators of PageBound, because it is still so small, like I posted about reading Tower of Dawn and Empire of Storms, because that's the tandem read that we're working on from January, February. And like the creator of PageBound, Lucy PageBound, actually like commented on it because they're actually active and involved right now and doing things with people, because there are a lot of people are finding it, but it's still pretty new. So I have been enjoying it. Malin was the one who turned us onto this. So, and I get this cool little icon. Everybody gets to pick an icon of a people, of a thing. There's different ones. There's like mermaids and werewolves and witches and fairies and ghosts and aliens. And you just pick an icon and that's you. It's a great time. And it is gamified. It is a gamified thing. It's super fun. So the link to be my friend, if you want to be my friend, is in my community tab. Just saying. And then I'll add you as a friend. Okay. I'm going to leave now. If I can remember how to get out of here. There we go. Show that.